multiple times a day by our wonderful custodial staff. So whenever you're going to a bathroom, you always smell the smell of lemon and bleach, because they make sure that bathroom is definitely clean and sanitized. And this is even before the current times that we're in. So we definitely appreciate them for that. And usually, honestly, our students that end up staying in Bowden, they decide that they want to become a resident assistant or something like that, they actually end up wanting to stay in Bowden, because they realize how much of a family it is. And Bowden is probably one of the only residence halls where it really does truly feel like a family. Like, from midnight rap battles, dance contests, or whatever, just impromptu, like just hanging out. Bowden is the place where all the stuff usually happens. That's really fun, and everyone's very close knit there. So definitely traditional, definitely community oriented. And like I was talking about earlier, we do have a music living learning community. So if you are a music major or a band student or something like that, we put you on the same hall with students that are also music and band members. And some of you also even take the classes. So you instantly have a community as soon as you get to campus. You have people that live on your hall that have things in common with you. So that also presets the community that's going to build even stronger throughout the semester. So definitely, if you're interested in music and you want to be in the living learner community, definitely check out Bowden, because that is the place to be. Also, something that is new this year is our UWG gaming and esports. So when I talked about the movie room is usually home to like gaming, music, and just overall fun. And so what we decided to do is take that gaming community that we already have on campus. We also have a club that loves to do esports and tournaments and with gaming, whether it's Xbox or PlayStation. They all do that already. So now we hook you up and put you on the same hall. So that's what the Living Learner community is going to provide you. It's also going to have programming that emphasizes gameplay, careers in gaming, and engaging with faculty who are enthusiastic about games and how they work. So you definitely, if you're interested in games, designing games, like if that's what you want to do, or if this is what you love to do, this is definitely going to be a great Living Learner community for you. All right, so next we're going to talk about the Oaks. Now, the Oaks is right across from Bowden on East Campus, and it's one of our newer facilities. As I said, with Bowden, you still come with your bed, your desk, your chair, your wardrobe, also a nightstand and your mini fridge and microwave. All that is equipped in every single room on campus. We do offer single and double rooms, so there's not many single rooms, but there are opportunities to get single rooms. But you will have a roommate, and you have the same thing on each side. But they also do have private bathrooms, so you only share the bathroom with your roommate. So that's one of the perks to being in Oaks. Also, Oaks it's just a beautiful facility. And like the feeling of being in Oaks is just really nice, because when you look at the high ceilings and the wood beams, it reminds you of one of those really cool cabins that you would go to on vacation. So it's just really a beautiful facility. Also, we have a multi-purpose room that we use for a lot of academic and events. So we have tutoring from Sunday to Wednesday in our multi-purpose room. Also, on each floor, if you see those big windows as you look in at the picture, the first big picture on your left, those windows are actually the big TV room. So every floor has a TV room. And so even if you want to go in there and study or watch games or have a movie night, you still have the opportunity to do that in Oaks as well. Oaks also has a pool table. A lot of students go and utilize the pool table as well. And we do have really nice grassy areas outside of Oaks and the Oaks Amphitheater that is also home to our NPHC garden that's out there for our historically Black fraternities and sororities. Also, the Oaks Amp also caters to a lot of programming, from probates to DIY projects that we've done before. We've had a art showcase. We've had a Zumba night. We've had trap and paint. Like, the Oaks Amphitheater is usually the hub of where all our programs take place on East Campus. Even for Bowden as well, we use that place for Bowden programs as well. So definitely a place where a lot of things are always happening. Now for Bowden and Oaks, right next to it is East Commons. And we're going to talk about East Commons a little bit later and what they offer, but it's literally just a few steps away from the Oaks. It's almost literally attached to the Oaks. If you look at it from this side, it looks like it, but it's not, but it's literally just a few short steps away from the door. So you have that dining hall that's right there that's open for you. Also, the Oaks has a live and learner community as well, and it's called the Honors College. So if you're interested in being in the Honors College and you applied and you've been accepted, definitely look into living in Oaks, and that's where they're going to be housed. So you'll also be on the same hall as students that's taking the same classes that you are. So again, that community is already preset to be successful for you because we've already put you in a community on a hall with people who have things in common. So definitely, if you are looking to be in the Honors College, you definitely should look at the Oaks Residence Hall as well. Next, we're going to talk about Centerpoint. Now, Centerpoint and the Oaks look almost exactly the same. I mean, the rooms look exactly the same. They really do. They're both new. They're both state of the art. They're both just aesthetically beautiful. Like I said, you can see the front of Centerpoint, how it has like that cabin look as well. We have this thing called the glass room where it's the big lobby with the TV room. So a lot of students like to chill and like watch movies and play games in there as well. It's also the home to a lot of our programs. But the one thing that's so unique about Centerpoint, other than it being in the center of campus, it has an actual gas grill and patio in the back for you and your friends to go out there and grill when you want, how you want. And it has a sink. It's equipped with everything you need back there. All you got to do is bring the food and the seasoning. And you can put it on the grill. So that's something that's very unique about Centerpoint. Again, it comes with the same thing as every other room we've discussed so far comes with. You can see a picture of how the bathroom and how a room would look. And I know you might be thinking like, oh, it might look small, but trust me, the rooms in Oaks and Centerpoint are pretty decent. They're pretty big. And I'll never forget the time when a parent had moved their daughter in. It was just like, it took 3 cars and a trailer to move all this stuff into a half of a room. Like, it's so just imagine how much you can get in here. Like, literally, people come with 3 cars full and a trailer. This parent actually came with a trailer and they fit it into half of a room. And her room was so nice. She had the furry carpet, everything. She had it decked out. So you really can make this your own. You really can. So definitely, as you're looking at pictures, go on our website, also look at the virtual videos as well, so you can get a good idea of how big the room is, because they are really a decent size. Again, we do have private and semi-private bathrooms. You will share the bathroom with your resident, and we do have just single and double rooms as well. So also we have the multi-purpose room, as discussed. That room is really big on gaming and programs. And another thing is that we have a market convenience store that's right inside of Centerpoint, is connected to it. So from tissue to Tylenol to a loaf of bread is right there on the side of Centerpoint. So you're able to actually just go to the store conveniently right there. Also, Centerpoint is in center of campus, it's central campus. So if you have classes in a biology building or the Coliseum, or you want to hit up Z6 to go eat, because that's our other dining hall that we're going to speak about later, that's on that side of campus, you're right there. It's not that far. Also, it's close to the education building as well. And you're right behind the campus center, which halls our gym and our rock climbing wall. You're really near everything. You're kind of in the center, so you have good proximity from everything. And Camelia is going to talk more about this living learner community, Ways of the Wolf.
Thank you, Candace. Yes, so Ways of the Wolf is a really awesome living learning community in Centerpoint Suites that basically takes students and our student athletes, and you live together, you take classes together, and you just enjoy sports and UWG traditions together. So the main premise of this LLC program would be to not only start your own traditions as you begin your time here, but also to really enjoy the traditions that campus already has to offer. So whether it's tailgating and getting ready for the big homecoming football game, to going and watching our basketball team go to playoffs, or whatever the case may be. This is the LLC for you if you really love sports and just love being involved and invested in the UWG community. Like we said, it's in Center Point Suites. There are a ton of different options for both singles and doubles when it comes to living situations. And all of these living learning communities that we've talked about today, you're able to go into your housing portal, into your application, and you can sign up. If you've already signed your contract, the great news is you can still go back into your contract and change that to where you can sign up to be part of Honors College or the music or gaming and esports or Ways of the Wolf LLCs. So if you do want some more information, we have information on our website and also on the housing portal.
All right, thank you, Camelia. So our next resident hall we're going to talk about is University Suites, which is right behind Centerpoint. They're literally almost right. They are right behind and across from each other. It's composed of 3 separate buildings, 1, 2, and 3. And we also house most first year and some returning students in this residence hall. We have a community center. And as you can see, this also has a movie theater too, as well, equipped with the laid back seats, cup holders, and everything in the projector. So some of the same things and activities that happen in other buildings definitely still happen here. What's really unique is that their community center is separate from the building. So it's right in the hub. So you can have all types of things happening in that one community center, from pool to our tutoring sessions to the kitchen to gaming in the movie room. It's really cool to have a hub of everything in one place and not just separate on each hall. Also, this is very unique, the layout. So if I had to, for you to picture it, you walking into a kitchenette. So when you go into your door, there's a kitchenette, which is like half a kitchen, which is a full-size fridge, sink, and cabinet space without a stove. And then you have 2 separate rooms, and each room holds 2 residents, and y'all always share a bathroom. So it's very unique. So let's just say you're coming from high school and you have 3 other friends, y'all all coming to UWG and y'all want to live together. Well, University Suites will be the place for you because all 4 of you can live together in University Suites. And that's really cool and unique about this room. And you still basically would get the same what you would get in any other residence hall, except for it's 4 of you sharing a common space. So that is very cool about University Suites. Also, we have a volleyball court that's right outside as well. So if you're into volleyball tournaments or things like that and just getting your feet in the sand in the middle of Carrollton, that would definitely be something that you'll be interested in looking at. Also, this is in the center of campus. As I said, it's right behind Centerpoint. And what's behind University Suites is the education building. So if you know your classes, a lot of your classes are going to be in the education building, this is going to be in perfect proximity from that. It's also behind the campus center as well. So if you like to go to the gym and you like to go and do rock climbing, there's a gang room in the campus center as well. If you like to go and see those things, you're really in a good spot right here. It's really in the center of everything, and it's still close to Z6 dining hall. So again, if you look at the pictures, it still comes with the same thing, the same amenities. One of the ups to this is you get a full-size refrigerator instead of a mini fridge, but you all share that full-size refrigerator. So definitely University Suites is a good option if you want to have multiple friends in your room, have like a community center where it has a lot going on and programs and everything, and to be a little bit more central of campus will be the perfect place for you. I know earlier we talked about Bowden and Oaks being on east side of campus, and so with those 2 buildings, if you know that your classes are mostly in academic quad, so when you think about the humanities building and the anthropology building, also like Pafford and Miller, those buildings right there close to the TLC. East Campus is really close, but also Centerpoint and University Suites isn't that far as well. So definitely look at your options. And remember, we have buses that take you all around campus. So I know a lot of students just like, okay, so which building is closer to this and which building is closer to that? Our campus is a nice size, but when you get used to it, you will realize that you can get anywhere across campus within 5-10 minutes. So, and then with the bus, and sometimes the bus can actually take a little longer, but with the bus, if you're like me and don't like to walk, then definitely leave a little early and catch the bus. So definitely this is a great option for you as well. All right, Camilla.
All right, so let's get talking about scholarships, which is the real reason why all of you are here today. So Housing and Residence Life is excited to be able to provide 3 different scholarship opportunities. We put them in the form of our ambassador programs. So all of this information can be found on our website, especially if you want more details about the requirements, GPA requirements, things of that nature. Everything's on our website, but the biggest things you need to know about for right now are that Housing and Residence Life awards scholarships from $500 all the way to $5,000. And the 3 biggest awards that we provide are for our housing ambassadors, which housing ambassadors are really there to just be the advocates for the student body. So for instance, we tap into these ambassadors to be able to conduct either surveys or sit there and have like little like housing sessions about things that we could do better, things that we're doing great on, just feedback sessions, things of that nature, to be able to ensure that we are tapping into exactly what our current resident student body is wanting and needing when it comes to living on campus. Our housing music ambassadors do something very similar, only they are specially provided for our Bowden music residents. So this scholarship is a little bit tied and a little bit not to our living learning community. You can be part of the living learning community but not be a scholarship recipient, or vice versa, or you could be both. So if you choose to be a housing music ambassador and you're like, you know what, I really want to just immerse myself in the music community here at the university, we really suggest that you decide to choose to live in Bowden and stay in the living learning community sector with the rest of your students. So that way you can be that advocate and that voice for those students. The pictures that we showed you earlier today of the keyboards and the music rooms and all of these great things, none of that would be here without our student voices telling us exactly what to purchase, because we don't always know all the time what each of our majors is going to want or need. And so through the use of these music ambassadors, we were able to provide you exactly with what it is that you're going to need in order to succeed when you live on campus. And then our third one is our move-in day ambassadors. And so this special group of students get to move in a little bit early, usually about a month beforehand, and they assist us typically with our first year move-in day experience in the fall, and then providing them with additional assistance again in the spring when everyone comes back from winter break. And this is really just helping out with the logistics of move-in day. It is a huge event where typically we're inviting about 1,200 first years into our residence halls. And that's not even including all of the upperclassmen that show up a day or two later. So it is a massive undertaking. We need all hands on deck. And so we get to offer students an opportunity to come in a little bit early and be able to be a part of that really special day. All of these things you can view on the scholarship portal. Great news about this is all you have to do is just fill out that one form, and then admissions really does the magic of getting you paired up with scholarships that work for you. But like I said, also, if you want more information, if you're curious about something, check our website, feel free to contact us, send us a DM on Instagram, whatever you fancy, in order to contact us, and we'll be more than happy to give you all that information. I'm going to turn it over to Candace now so she can talk about student employment.
Yes. So also I want to let you all know we do see all your questions in the chat, and what we're going to do, we want to address them all at once so everyone can see the questions that you're asking in case they want to know that information as well. So we definitely see what you're typing, so we will get to you. So student employment. So we do have Hall Council. Hall Council is not necessarily an employment. However, it helps you get involved with housing so you can understand the ins and out of programming and what you want to do before applying for these next for positions. So hall council is literally the voice of the hall. So for example, this weekend we had the program, the singles party, and literally our students said, we want to have a single party for the Oaks and Bowden. And since they were in hall council, they literally told me they wanted speakers with internet radio there. They wanted hearts hanging. They wanted to move the furniture around. They wanted lights, and we filled it out and sent it in, and that's what they got this weekend, and it was an amazing turnout. So hall council actually gets to put on any type of event that you want to, and that helps you get more acclimated and understand the programming of housing. So if you are interested in being a resident assistant, then you are prepared to do so, because you also work hand in hand with the RA with hall council. Now the resident assistants, they are the person that lives in your hall. They're like your first resource. They are the ones that help you get acclimated, take you to programs, understand policies and rules, but also really just throw programs for you, events for you. From when I said we have the trap and paint, we had the DIY your den event, we've had Zumba outside in the amp. Those are programs that our resident assistants said, I think this would be great to have, and they do that for you. Also, they provide various community customer service events. Customer service services to you, basically. So if you have a lockout, or you want to switch rooms, or you have problems with your roommate, which we'll talk about later as well, you can go to them and they can help you. Or if you need to know where your class is, a building, counseling services, career services, they are there to help you with that. So your RAs are really the first resource that you have when you first get here, that's inside the residence hall and on your floor. Red Star is our entire housing program, security program. So, and right now it consists of three big positions, which is front post. So the person that swipes your card as you're coming into the building, our service desk that sits at the service desk, and they assist you with anything that you need, from like a lockout to a WIC order, anything that you did. So work information, if you need to submit something, there's a leak or something, you can go to the service desk and let them know, and they can help you get help. Also base is where you call into Red Star, and they pretty much dispatch someone to come help you with anything. So all three of those are paid positions, and you definitely can apply for those positions as well. We also have student assistants, and they do everything from answering the phones at the front desk, from being the executive assistant to our director, to even just organizing the things in our warehouse. There's various different positions with student assistants. It just depends on which one you apply for. And RHA is also a paid position. That is the bigger body of hall council. So they get, I believe, a stipend as well, and they are the voice of the entire resident community. So for example, our students, they want to ask for reform on our visitation policy due to the recent events, because we're in a pandemic, and they were able to go and get that permission granted, and we're actually waiting for new policies to come out soon. So they actually were the voice from the students, and you actually are a part of RHA already, you just don't know it. So if you join hall council, you go to those RHA meetings, then you're able to voice the things that you want. And just like Camelia said, if it wasn't for the marketing ambassadors, and also them working with us and telling us what they need, we would know. And that's the same thing with RHA and hall council, is that we need to hear from you and what you need from us. Now, the best advantage about living on campus is that we try to help you have the best experience possible. So if you have a friend that you want to room with, you can go ahead and you two can select the same room after you fill out your housing contract in the portal, and y'all will be roommates. If you don't have someone that you want to room with, it's okay, because when you fill out your preference survey, we match you with a person that fits your preferences best. So we try to make sure that, like, if y'all both like it cold, you both like it warm, you both go to sleep early, so you don't kind of interrupt everyone's day. Interrupt like pretty much like the way you like to live life. However, we know that we all come from different households and everyone is different, so everything is not going to be perfect, right? But if it gets to a point where you're saying, like, I think I probably want to change my roommate situation, then we're literally here to help you with that. Whether it's finding a different solution, like moving to a different building, a different room, by helping you find a different roommate, you've met a new friend that you actually would like to room with them instead, and moving you can come to your residence life coordinator, RD or RA, and express that to them. And we can make sure that we try to cater to your needs as much as possible. And that is not something that you can get from living off campus. When you live off campus at these apartments, you get who you get. And they're not interested in trying to figure out if you're having a great experience or not. It's all about, you know, you being there and paying rent, but it's more for us than that. Is we really want you to have a successful experience, because if you're successful in your living situation, you're successful in the classroom. And the whole point of you being here is to matriculate and graduate. So we would never just leave you high and dry. We want to make sure that you're successful in every aspect, because if you're not comfortable where you live, that's going to affect the way you perform in the classroom, and we definitely don't want that. So we do try to make sure you have the best experience possible. All right, Camelia.
All right, so let's talk about how to actually apply. So now that you've learned all of these great things about Living West and what it's going to take and the options that you have when you choose to live on campus, pretty much all you have left to do is just fill out your housing application. It takes about 15 or so minutes to do, and I've provided a screenshot here just to help you see what it looks like. So when you go to westga.edu/housing, you're gonna go to that first page, just scroll down a little bit, and you're gonna see that big apply now or apply here button. And you'll just hit apply for fall 2021 to spring 2022. And then that'll take you to the housing portal. You'll sign in. You'll spend about 15 minutes choosing your preferences and going through the roommate portal process, and then you're done. And that's it. And then we'll send you information later on, usually sometime in about May, about move-in day information. So it's very simple. If for some reason you're having issues, or you are very much like me and you're visual and you just want to see a step-by-step version of what it's going to look like in the housing application, we have all of that for you. So our YouTube page is chock full of all sorts of resources. We have a step-by-step tutorial video on YouTube that will show you what it's going to look like when you go through the housing portal. We have how-tos videos, we have information about picking up your mail, we have information about laundry, just everything you'll need to know when it comes to living on campus. So definitely check out our YouTube page. It is at UWG Housing and Residence Life. All you gotta do is just put that in the search bar, will pop right up, and you'll be able to just check out all of the different resources we have for you there. We've also got a ton of different resources as well to help you along the way on our website. If you just go and click on the apply now button, it'll show you like a little drop down of different information that you might want to have on hand. And I think, yeah, it's now time for Randall. So we'll pass it off to you.
Afternoon, everyone. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their day to join us. It's great from somebody from me that's been on campus for, I'm not going to tell you how many years, but a few years, to hear all the wonderful things that are happening within housing. I learn something new every time I see one of these presentations. This is wonderful. If you go to the next slide, please. Hi, guys. Okay, so right here is our first dining hall. As Candace was talking about, East Commons Dining Hall basically sits just as close proximity without being connected to Oaks as you possibly can. It sits on one side of the amphitheater, and the Oaks Dining Hall sits on the other. I mean, the Oaks Residence Hall sits on the other. As you can see by looking at the windows, it has great natural light within inside it, okay? It's our newer dining hall on campus. It opened in 2013. It's more contemporary in style and in the offerings that it has. East Commons is open 7 days a week, as late as 10 o'clock at night. So if you're here on campus on the weekends, it is your weekend option for dining. As you walk in the building, you're going to see on your left, there's a Mongolian grill. Not only does it cook your traditional Asian fare, it has other options as well. They'll be running Philly subs on it with beef and chicken options. They'll run a Mexican station upon it that you can get soft tacos and quesadillas. You can get your Asian fare where you can cook, as you can see in the bottom right-hand picture there, they'll cook your traditional Asian style fare for you with pork options, chicken, shrimp on options, surimi, and other things that you can have. It really is a wonderful way to not only eat healthy, but to experiment a little bit and step out of your comfort zone and try something new. As you come on around the line, and there you'll run into your traditional home zone, what we call a home zone here on campus. It's your traditional foods. It's your meatloafs. It's your chicken fried steaks. It's your fried chicken. It's the stuff that your mama and grandma made for you. So you get a little homesick, you can come in and you can find something that's going to remind you of home. Those lines change between lunch and dinner, so you'll always have a fresh set of options. We have Asian wok stations that'll cook it just like you would get if you went to a Panda Express. We have a grill that runs your burgers. It has your daily specials. You can get a veggie or a turkey burger there. Right next to it in East Commons, there's a Hearthstone Pizza. 550 degrees. I mean, I would love for everyone to come in and have the opportunity to stand in front of it and see just how hot 550 degrees is and how quick you can cook a pizza. It's just a show in itself to watch, and we employ a lot of students to watch one of our staff members throw a pizza in there and have to spin it because it's going to cook in 2 minutes. It is just a great example to watch of what happens on campus. I mean, then right in the middle, we have a huge deli and salad bar where you can get fresh made sandwiches, fresh sliced turkey, ham, roast beef, as well as peanut butter and jelly if that's what you're comfortable with. And as you can see in one of our signs here, we just developed a relationship with a local company that grows hydroponic, locally grown organic lettuce. And I'm not a salad person. Green scares me when it comes to a food choice, unless it's, candy. But this lettuce is wonderful, folks. I don't even need to kill it with ranch dressing to enjoy eating it. It is really something wonderful, and I hope everybody has the opportunity to come in and experience it. Okay, can you go to the next one, please? Okay, now this is Z6. This is our older dining hall here on campus. It's been around a few years, and I'm not going to tell you how many, but as it was recently renovated in 2017, so it doesn't look old. It doesn't feel old. It's the largest dining hall. Z6 seats 450 students. East Commons only seats about 260. Okay. Z6, as Candace said, right down the hill from University Suites or Center Point, and it's right in front of, as you're going up further west on campus, Arborview, which we didn't talk about, but it is another option here on campus. The Z6 is sitting right there, and Z6 is a Monday through Friday opportunity to eat, and it closes at 7:30 Monday through Thursday and 4 p.m. on Fridays. It doesn't stay open as late. But East Commons is, so you're not going to go hungry. Okay. It's got a lot of the similar items to the way that East Commons does. It just doesn't have the Mongolian grill. You've got your home zone, and it's actually Miss Annie's station. And folks, there is a Miss Annie, and she is a sweet, and she cooks everything with love. She's been here maybe 20 years, maybe longer than 20 years. And that fried chicken that you see there, we have a fried chicken Wednesday, and it is unbelievable. I mean, it is so exciting to see everybody after you've been here a semester line up on the first Wednesday back because they want fried chicken. It's great to be there the first Wednesday of any semester because everybody's heard about how famous Miss Annie's chicken is, and it is famous, and it is as good as it looks. Z6 is also home to our culinary demonstrations, where you can get opportunities there to see how to cook healthy, how to eat healthy. If you have a vegan or vegetarian lifestyle that you've chosen, how to enhance those options that you're eating there, as well to prepare for yourself, as well as options for gluten-free and other dietary restrictions. And Z6 has something that East Commons doesn't have, which is near and dear to my heart. It has hand-dipped ice cream. So you can go in there and get hand-dipped ice cream covered in chocolate syrup, covered in caramels, and with sprinkles on top. And that makes somebody like me a very happy person right there. But it is wonderful to be able to have that opportunities. It has the freestyle drink machines, which it says 500 plus combinations here. And I think we've had a few students here try to hit all of them. So it's great to have these chances while you're there. Z6, as you go around, and you can't see this here, they have an exhibition cooking station. They change something different with it every day. It might be a build your own vegetarian Buddha bowl. You can have a chili bar, an omelet bar, a baked potato, a rice and noodle. Folks, you're not going to get bored. If you think that there's no variety here, it's because you're not looking. It's because you've gotten in the old habit of, I want a pizza, I want burger, there's nothing else to eat. Open up your eyes and expand your horizons. You can eat international type and style foods here that you may have never had an opportunity in your life to eat. So I highly recommend when you do get a meal plan that you experiment a little bit. Don't get in that same old rut of what you're eating. Okay. Next one, please. We have retail dining opportunities here on campus as well. We have a food court that's in the UCC, which is about as centrally located as you can be. It sits next to just to the east of University Suites and Centerpoint Suites, to the west of the Oaks and Bowden, right next to Love Valley and the TLC. And it has our Chick-fil-A, it has the Market Fresh Deli, it has our food court with burgers and sushi in it. We have a full service Chick-fil-A, guys. You're going to pay the same price that you're going to pay on the street. A couple of things we don't have is we don't have macaroni and cheese nor the grilled nuggets, but you can get everything else there that you'd like to. We have a local Chick-fil-A owner operator, David Daniels, who's one of the top in the country, actually one of the top in the company. And he works with us. He's a great partner that we have. So he helps make sure that we are providing you the same level of service and experience that you're going to get anywhere you go in the country. We have a full service Starbucks in the Ingram Library. Scary subject to talk about, but yes, we have a library on campus, and yes, you will need to go there. But as you go into the library, you can get a Starbucks, and you can get at our Starbucks anything that you can get at any Starbucks you've ever stopped at. Other than Nitro Brew, we do not have Nitro Brew, but you can get nearly everything else that you can get. So do visit the library, visit Starbucks, and visit the library at the same time. Okay, and that little thing that's on the, oh, can you go back one? Thanks. That's our Market Fresh Deli right there. Thank Subway, thank Jimmy John's, thank Jersey Mike's, but we use all fresh cut meats and vegetables as they come in. We slice everything into our own. We cut everything our own. We're not buying deli sliced meats. We bring in and we buy fresh meats that we bring in and we slice them for yourself. And the bowl over there is actually at the bookstore. We have a relationship with a local vendor, Acai Bowls, excuse me, I struggle with that one. And they're so wonderfully healthy. Fruits, vegetables, granolas, and they're all made fresh in front of you right there. So you've got a lot of opportunities here on campus. You can go to the next one. Okay, now again, our meal plans. As a residential freshman, you have an option of 3 plans, and you do have to get a meal plan. Our first one is our all access. It has unlimited meals per week. You can come in and out as frequently as you would like. If you want to stop in and get an apple, walk out, you can. You want to stop in and get a burger, take it with you and go, you can. It includes $125 in dining dollars, which can be used at our retail locations, including the C-stores that are here on campus that are located in Centerpoint and as well as in the lower level of East Commons. And then there's an additional one that is in the TLC that's open for your convenience as well. Your dining dollars can be spent there, as well as at Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, and any of the other retail locations. Something different with All Access that the other ones here don't have is they have retail combo swipes. That enables you to go in if you say you don't want to eat, you're tired of. It's amazing people don't want to eat in the dining hall, but they can eat Chick-fil-A every day. Just a little side note on that one right now. I don't think any of us get tired of Chick-fil-A. Well, you can get up to 10 retail combo swipes per week, which you could go in and get a combo meal with a Chick-fil-A sandwich, French fries, and a drink at Chick-fil-A 10 times per meal. Or you could go do it at the burger station that we have, or the Market Fresh Deli upstairs. It's got 2 guest passes, so you can bring your family in, or if you have a friend that doesn't have a meal plan and they want to eat with you that day, you can use it. And then it comes with a $150 free food value coupon book. This isn't you spend $10 and you get 50 cents off, or we'll give you a cup of coffee. This is free food. This is tear the coupon out, go to Chick-fil-A, get a free Chick-fil-A sandwich. Tear the coupon out, go to Starbucks, get a free latte. Okay? Other option that we have is the Wolves. It's more of a traditional meal plan. It's 15 meals per week. It can be used at either the Z6 or East Commons. Last year, it was 14. We've actually increased the number of meals you can get, and as well as lowered the value, lowered the price of it. It comes with $150 in dining dollars, be able to be spent the same way as the ones that are with the all access. It too has 2 guest passes, the $150 free food value book, but it does not come with any of the retail combo swipes. Okay. And then the basic is the last one over here. It's 15 meals per week, and that's it. It enables you to get into a meal plan so that you can continue to be healthily fed and succeed as you continue to study and you matriculate and advance to your college career. Now, there are some residential restrictions on that one. The only ones that are eligible to buy this one are residential freshmen. Okay. Now then, this is how you can sign up for Dine West right here. You can go to this. This is our Instagram account. There's our UWG web portal as well. You can sign up for any of the meal plans. And just like Candace said, and Camille and the housing team, we hire as well. And we have opportunities to work at Chick-fil-A and at Starbucks and our dining halls. We have cashiers there. We have servers there. And, you know, I'm not going to lie to you folks, we have a lot of dishwashing jobs. But it's something that needs to get done, and you're never alone. And it is such a great community. And it is one of the best ways that I can explain to somebody. You have your LLCs in your residence halls. Getting a job on campus not only will help you succeed and matriculate and advance in your career, it is one of the best ways I know to make new friends, because you instantly have something in common with somebody else that you're working with, because you're working here with another 18 to 20 students. So you get to automatically meet somebody, you make new friends. It's friends that you haven't gone to school with. It's friends that you may not have never had the opportunity in your life to make a friend like this. So it's a great opportunity to really settle in and enjoy campus. A little bit different is we don't offer scholarships, but if you work a 4-hour shift with us, we'll feed you. So you do get a way to enhance your meal plans that you're buying with us. So I just want to thank y'all for taking time out of your day and allowing me these few minutes to speak with you. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Randall. So I know we've actually had quite a number of questions coming in. I know for both housing and for meal plans. So let's just start with the first one. Candace, I think this is for you. Betsy says, if a student does not live in Bowden Hall, can they still go and enjoy the theater and the fun?
Okay, so this year our visitation policy was changed because of the pandemic, and we were only allowing guests that lived in the building. However, as I said, RHA is the voice of the students, and they proposed that we allow guests from all who live on campus, from residence hall to residence hall. So I believe that is in the final stages of being drafted up. So if that does go through, then yes, the answer is yes, you will be able to go visit Bowden and go check out the theater and enjoy the fun. And I will say this, before 2020, as we all know, Bowden was the place that all the residents would come and make as much noise as possible. And if you don't know, yes, I am a professional staff member, but I also live on campus as well. And I'm over Bowden, and I lived in Bowden. So I heard the fun in the theater all the time. So it's definitely fun over there. It's definitely a big community, and they do utilize that theater a lot. I see someone ask, do we have to bring your own shower curtain? And that is a yes and a no. If you want a pretty shower curtain that matches your bathroom, yes. So if you want, to color coordinate everything, yes, you probably want to bring that. However, each bathroom does come with a shower curtain already. And that does not include Bowden, because Bowden has the actual doors that close and lock with the community bathrooms. But every other shower comes equipped with a shower curtain, but it's just a plain Jane white shower curtain. But it's very thick, actually. It's a very thick, nice, durable one. But if you want something with flowers, then, or X-Men or something or whatever, Avengers, you might want to bring your own. I've actually seen that shower curtain, so that's why I said it.
Thank you, Candace. Another person had asked, when the beds are raised so you can put things underneath, like chairs or a futon, how high are they? And are they hard to get in and out of?
And so I'm not good at math or measurements. However, I'm about 5'2", and the highest bed that I have seen was taller than me. So I would say about like 5'2", 5'3".
They're about 6 feet tall at their highest.
Okay, so yeah, but there are students that bring futons and chairs to put under the bed. So yes.
Yes, it's really easy to get in and out of them. I'm not sure if you saw the photos, but on the side of the like vertical section of it is basically some railing where you can actually just climb in and out of. And you have to just go from like 0 feet to 6 feet. You can go anywhere in between. So if you're short like Candace and I are, we're like 5'2", 5'3", then you want like a 5-foot bed so you can just kind of roll in and out, that's for you. If you want something as tall as possible so that way you can fit as much underneath as possible, you'll still be able to fit a lot in there with 6 feet worth of room.
And also you want to be mindful, like if you stay on like a hall that I'm on the floor that's higher, so let's say you stay on the second, third, or fourth floor, that you gotta think about how you get in and out, because I know students, they get used to just jumping out. Well, with the person under you, that sounds like a Hulk boom. So when you jump out of the bed, so be mindful of that. But yeah, Camelia is right.
Mm-hmm. Another one for you, Candace. Do the residence halls have a curfew for returning to your room? Like if you were away visiting friends or family, can you come back at 4 a.m. or will you not be able to get in?
No, we do not have a curfew. You have swipe access with your card, and you just swipe into the building. You swipe in at service desk or front post, whichever, depending on which door you come into, and you swipe down your hall and into your room. We don't have a curfew of anything like that. We do have a visitation like hours that ends in our first year halls. Our upperclassmen halls actually don't have a visitation hours. However, when that draft of the visitation policy comes out again, we'll explain that more at your first floor meeting when you move on campus. But if you are just coming back from home from the weekend at between the whatever time you come, it doesn't matter. You can swipe in and get into the building.
Yep. If I want to request a roommate, do I need to wait to submit my housing application until after they've been accepted, or can I submit it and then request to be roomed with them? And then is there any kind of fee for changing roommates? So first off, no fee for changing roommates. You can change them as many times as you want. If you've got 500 friends and you're trying to decide who's your favorite that week, feel free to change it. We don't care. Candace, why don't you take on that first question about requesting a roommate and submitting housing applications?
Well, you want to go ahead and submit your housing application anyway, because you want to go ahead and try to secure a room and get in there first. Now you can, until they are accepted, they can't be requested yet. However, it'll speed up the process. So for example, let's say if you're already in and you already selected a room, you can keep checking just to see if what rooms are available. You can keep your eye on it, but without someone being inside the portal, you kind of just don't know, and you can kind of like speed them up, like, hey, like things are filling up, I need you to look, you got a eye in. But if you both wait, you run the risk of there not being a room where there's 2 spaces available, and then you still end up having to be apart. So definitely I would say, for you and your friend, try to get into the portal as soon as you can. Because we are having, especially when it comes to people wanting to room with somebody, those type of rooms go fast. They go fast because they're trying to hurry up and get it secure. They want a room that's fully vacant, so you and your friend can be in there.
Perfect. Thank you, Candace. The next one's for Randall. If someone has diet restrictions like gluten-free, are they limited to a salad bar, or do you have options available using gluten-free flours for desserts or breads or tortillas, pizza crust, pastas, things of that nature?
Yes, we do. We do have all of that. In fact, Right now, if you were to come to East Commons, we could provide you with a cauliflower crust or a gluten-free crust for pizza. We do have gluten-free pastas. Um, Now, one of the things I would ask that is if you did come in when you do start your schooling with us and your meal plan, come in and self-identify and speak with one of the managers or our chef so that we can help you with the options and the availability that we do have. We identify our items in both of the dining halls that are gluten free. So it's not just a salad bar, you're not limited to it. But we'd also need to talk with you so that we know that you're coming in because we don't have a large demand for it. So, but we are open to cooking whatever you need at that point right there. So yes, we can help with any dietary restrictions that you have and other allergies. If you've got shellfish allergies or lactose intolerant or nut allergies, we take care of all of those right now. So you're not just limited to eating a piece of lettuce, very good lettuce, and and covering it in lemon juice. No, we can take care of that.
Perfect. Thank you, Randall. Same person also asked how many people live on campus. So that's a twofold question. We can accommodate up to 3,100 students, but that is with all 6 of our residence halls. So our residence halls, the smallest residence hall is Bowden Hall at 285 beds, and our largest residence hall is University Suites at 604 beds. So you've got a wide range for sure, but depending on how close-knit of a community or how large of a community you want, we do really have a nice range. Most of our residence halls are about 500 to 600 students each. University Suites is blocked out into 3 separate buildings. Arborview Apartments is also blocked out into 3 separate buildings too. So you're not actually rooming necessarily with 600 of your closest friends. You might be in a building that has probably a third of that, and it just happens to have 2 other buildings that comprise that entire residence hall. So I hope that made sense. I know that's a really weird answer. If you're still confused, please let me know and I can help explain it. Another one for Randall. I tried to select a meal plan for fall 2021, but it wasn't an option for me. When will I be able to select one?
Okay, so as a residential freshman, you do have only the option of the all access, the Wolves, and the basic. And the fall meal plans will become active on March 19th. So you've gone in before they've opened up the portal for next fall's election period. So March 19th, they should all open back up, and you should be able to go in at that time and select a meal plan. If you can't, reach out to to Dine West at the westga.edu website, and we can help walk you through it. Okay? But we can
also reach out to housing, but we might not be able to help.
Yeah, not housing, call dining. But yes, they're not open till the 19th.
Thank you, Randall. The only residence hall that has a community bathroom is Bowden Hall. The rest of our residence halls are either suites or apartment style, and those all either have a single bathroom for one person to use or that semi-shared bathroom where you're sharing with like 1 or 2 other people. I did not know Logan lived in University Suites. I learned something new today. It's a really great residence hall. Definitely check it out.
Suites building 2.
Building 2. Okay, so that was actually for upperclassmen now. So y'all will have to like wait a year, but you can have option or University Suites 1 and then move next door to 2 for the next year. Somebody said, I saw on the housing application you can have guests spend the night. So can it be only girls if you are a girl, or if you're a girl, can you have a male guest? I'm going to leave that one to Candace.
So as of right now, you cannot have overnight guests because of the new housing visitation policy that we put in place because of the pandemic. So as I was saying before, RHA proposed a new visitation policy. And once that is rolled out, all that information will be given to you at your first SWOR meeting. So as of right now, I would say no. However, depending on what is granted in that new housing visitation policy, yes, you can. Now, before the pandemic, you were able to have guests spend the night as long as your roommate said that it was fine. And it really didn't matter the gender. It's just as long as your roommate agreed. If your roommate did not agree or they felt uncomfortable, it's opposite gender or something like that, then that's when we would have to decline that request. However, that right now is still up in the air because of the pandemic and, us trying to keep everyone's safety, as priority and not having too many people in and out of rooms. So.
Perfect. Thank you. Are there any other questions? I know we're just a little over time, but we want to make sure everybody gets questions answered before we go. And of course, you can reach out to us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I think you can send a message via YouTube. I'm not sure. We've also got a chat feature on our website. You can call us, you can email us. I'm notorious for all my best questions come like 5 hours later when I'm like in the shower or doing errands and I'm like, I should have asked that. So feel free to reach out to us. We are here for all of your questions to make sure that you get exactly what it is that you're wanting. Randall, thank you for your wonderful presentation for Dine West. We're excited. And so I think with that, Logan, if there's anything else?
I think we're good. Thank you all so much for coming today. Good luck at your interviews if you haven't had it yet, or good luck, I guess, afterwards as well if you have had it. So thank you all so much for coming and all of us if you have questions. Okay. Bye, you guys.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Bye.